Hi everyone, Patrice Amore, registered dietitian here, and today I'm going to give you some quick tips on how you can refresh your nutrition as we go into this new year of 2021. So, the first tip that you can do is add more fruit and vegetables into each meal. So into breakfast, lunch, dinner, what fruits can you add? What vegetables can you add? Majority of Americans, we're not eating enough fruit and vegetables, so we're not having enough fiber in our diet. So what can you add into each meal to kind of give you more fiber? It also gives flavor too. Flavor, and it gives a different texture. So what can you add? The second tip is to be active. So how many days out of the current week are you exercising? And can you add in an additional day? Or can you add in an additional 10 minutes each day? Anything you can add in here and there does add up, even at 10 minutes at a time. The small goal is for at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. But if you can't make that, anything is better than doing nothing. And it's also helpful if you could have a family member or a friend or somebody hold you accountable. The third tip is to have less salt. So this is a hard one, especially because there's salt in a lot of things we buy. There's salt in, any packaged food, frozen food, restaurant food. So it's always added in, and it's not something we can totally get away from. But it's okay because we do need some salt in our daily diet. It's only when we are consuming extra over a significant amount of time where that could lead to high blood pressure. So that's a complication we want to avoid. So you can ask yourself, how can I include less salt in? So whether that's having restaurant food or takeout less, maybe cooking more at home. When you are cooking, what can you add to flavor the food besides adding in salt? So I like to use a lot of herbs, lemon, even lime juice, garlic, vinegar, anything like that that also gives flavor but doesn't give salt. Another popular one is Mrs. Dash. She has salt-free seasonings, so adding those in. And you can find great flavor without having to really go heavy on the salt, so that's good. The fourth tip is to reduce the amount of sugary beverages. This ranges from soda, even vitamin water, Gatorade, even juice blends or juice cocktails, so things that aren't 100% juice, so there's not sugar coming from that orange or sugar coming from the cranberry itself. It's coming from extra sugar packets added in. So kind of find ways where you could reduce that. And then also, how much sugar are you adding to your coffee every day? My personal recommendation with Gatorade is it also depends on how much you are exercising. So the duration. Is this a heavy workout or is this a quick workout? Are we really working up a sweat like an hour or sometimes more than an hour where we could drink that Gatorade, and we want to actually replace the sugar and the carbs and also the electrolytes? So it depends on the intensity of the workout, so that's different for each person. And it also is very important to drink enough water throughout the day. And this goes with exercising and even without exercising. It's very important to stay hydrated. So tip number 5. See if you can include a meatless meal one time per week. So it doesn't even have to be a whole day of not eating any meat. Try for 1 meal, 2 meals at a time, something like that, just one time a week. A lot of people do meatless Mondays, so this gives you a chance to use grains, fruits, vegetables, different types of plant proteins, seeds, tofu, nuts, and then even seafood and salmon, fish. All those are great options. So if you try to do a meatless Monday once a week, this could kind of get you in the habit of just eating more variety besides red meat. Tip number 6 that you can do is just slow down at meal times. Take time to sit instead of eating or eating on the run, eating really quick. Take your time, sit, eat, enjoy the food, notice the flavor, the texture, and that might actually have a positive impact on your food intake itself. If you could realize when you're hungry, when you're full, that's a big step rather than just shoving food down and not having any time to recognize and check in with yourself. So tip number 7, the last tip I have for you today, is to try to incorporate seafood in. So we talked seafood kind of with the Meatless Monday thing, but you can also try and have seafood 1 time a week or 2 times a week if you like seafood. And seafood is great to have because it gives us those extra omega-3s, which Americans as a whole usually we're lacking in the omega-3 department. So that's great for brain health, I like to tell people. So incorporating more seafood is great for you, not only for brain health but also for heart health, because you're having less red meat. So instead of having that hamburger out at a restaurant, you pick salmon or you pick fish. That also helps that wood. So it's a great way to see if you can incorporate that 1 to 2 times a week. And also adds variety. You're not eating the same thing every day and getting bored. So that's all I have for you guys today. Always reach out with any questions or comments you have. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you do have. And I wish you the best of luck on the rest of your 2021 nutrition goals. Go get them.